This is Kombat Jones for Ringside Renaissance, and we're here at the WWE Titan Towers with the world's largest WWE Championship. And we are the bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. So that brings us on to our WWE recap for this last week with SmackDown starting, which was on last Friday. I guess the main talking point out of it for myself, what stood out for me was Logan Paul and the Never Seen 17, the greatest champion of all time, John Cena. And Logan Paul was getting after him a little bit. I liked the little shot that he threw with the promo thing about him at the Oscars having to get naked, because it kind of, people didn't really think about it. They haven't talked about it much, but it ties around to like these rabbit hole conspiracy theories things with people in Hollywood having to do these rituals and get naked and selling their souls. And then not to mention with John Cena having to sell his soul to The Rock. I wish that he would have pushed on that a little more. But I thought it was good. He was kind of going out there for the cheap heat, but I think Logan is kind of getting better, and he did what he could do against John, but John brought it back.
That's John Cena.
He brought it back in time, and it's hard to go one-on-one with John on the mic. There's really not much anybody that can do it, and he completely obliterated Logan Paul. How'd you think about that? Did you like the promo? Did you like that there? What do you had to say? I mean, called him a parasite. Logan Paul was talking all of the things about how long he's been wrestling there for whatever it was, 4 or 5 years or whatever. And John Cena's like, no, you've had, was it 17 matches or 20 matches in the end? Like, you gonna make it seem like it's more than it is? Like, come on, man. Like, listen up, boy. Listen up, kid. Shut up for a second.
But that's the John Cena I like. Like, this is what I wanted.
Yep.
For the John Cena farewell tour, and I wanted it for the whole year. Like, play the hits. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, the heel run, the experiment. A lot of people said it was failed. I could see what they were doing with it. Like, it was kind of abruptly ended just because Cody just talked him into being a babyface again. But this is the John Cena I wanted. I wanted the hard hits on the mic, the over-the-top baby face, smiley, whatever. But man, oh man, he brought it. And like you said, I never thought of what you said with Logan Paul, but he had said about the getting naked with the, the Illuminati and whatever the whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So probably get shadow banned for that one. But
oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, I had never thought of that. That's really funny that you bring it up because it makes perfect sense, along with selling his soul to The Rock. Do you think The Rock sold his soul to become the Scorpion King?
I mean, it goes back to the whole conspiracy thing of him and the Tooth Fairy in the dress, in the ballerina suit. If you want to go down that rabbit hole, go ahead. If you want to go down the rabbit hole of going to the Saturday Night Live promo skit that he did, I'll just leave it out there. People can look it up if they want. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying it's interesting and it's a thing on TikTok, as is a million other things. So believe what you want. It's funny. It's entertaining. John Cena and The Rock going to be going head to head in Hollywood.
Never head to head in the ring. I thought The Rock was going to be. I honestly thought The Rock was going to be Cena's final opponent. And I'm kind of still going to die on that hill. You heard it here first. This is my bold prediction of the year. John Cena's final opponent is going to be The Rock, because what's The Rock's nickname right now? What's his slogan? What's his tagline?
It's the final boss.
The final boss of John Cena's career, my friend.
And that's what we've heard people talk about. Exactly that. He might show up and be like, nah, you're not done. I still own your soul.
And aren't they 1-1, right?
Yeah, they're 1-1. Yeah. So, which, I mean, if that comes down to it and it's really not over, I hope John goes over The Rock at that point,
agreed.
Which I would think he has to. Maybe they're going to save it for WrestleMania, like people are saying. But I think that would be cool. So many people are saying it now. we're speaking into existence at the same time. Like WWE is going to hear it and they're going to be like, now it's too predictable. Are we going to still do it? But I think it would be a great idea. I love it. Yeah.
If it was at that Saturday night's main event in Massachusetts, like
yes.
Rock and John Cena, that would be crazy. You know what? That would make me.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Maybe I already am. But
hey now. I like it. But yeah, SmackDown, we got these go home shows.
I'll tell you what.
It was in Ireland. Yeah.
John Cena went home with a mark across his face because we had Nick Aldis come and tell John Cena, hey, I got a message from Brock Lesnar, but he didn't get the message. What he got is a steel plate to the face.
He got a couple steel plates to the face, I guess. Two different shots of it, two different takes of it. From what I've seen allegedly on the internet. Interesting. I don't remember exactly which one I remember seeing, but nonetheless, John Cena took that steel plate, titanium and force fist, whatever you want to call it, from Logan Paul to the face, and he's gonna have to bring his A game at Clash in Paris, and that's what he told Logan Paul. This is the most important match of your career, and he which was great. He dumped over the Prime set, the Prime bottles and everything, and he pretty much said it's like, you're here to see what you can get out of all of this, and he was saying what we all think, and the great line was, we know you got the hustle, but you have no loyalty and you have no respect. And I'm gonna make you earn it now.
Now, do you
one way or another?
Do you think there's any snowball's chance in hell that Logan Paul beats John Cena at Clash in Paris?
I
guess
not.
We'll get into that with our predictions. I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't really. Yeah. I don't think there's any way possible. I can see John Cena kind of giving the nod to Logan Paul,
right,
because he's an up and coming wrestler and whatever. But
yep,
I don't. Say that I'd see it. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, and it's just a lot of MFT stuff, and then we got Alexa Bliss with the whole Charlotte Flair thing on SmackDown, and they got that going on, and then also with the tag division with the Street Profits. But yeah, Sami Zayn, Jacob Fatu, Big Jim doing their thing, and that's what stood out to me for SmackDown.
What do you think of Jacob Fatu not being able to go over Solo Sikoa, but Sami Zayn coming in and being able to? That kind of to me was kind of like it.
Right.
It was like a slap into Jacob Fatu's face.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu has and had all this momentum, it seemed, kind of going, and now we're going to see if it can kind of keep going or where they're going to go with it. The whole MFT thing is interesting. I still think, Solo's hilarious, but with what they're doing with Sammy, it's very interesting to see where we're headed. With Royal Rumble being in Saudi and all that stuff. But SmackDown, it's not really, the moments aren't really grabbing me right now. Besides that whole John Cena, Logan Paul thing, there's not much that really grabbed me. Even when I when I went to SmackDown in Montreal, it was kind of the same. I'm not gonna lie. Sammy was there. It was his thing, and that's what they're rolling with right now. But we are in these go home shows to a certain extent, which we technically have one left before Clash in Paris, but we have these early shows now for what's going forward with it. But yeah, there's not much more that stood out to me that's really making it memorable for me in that sense.
Yeah, and for the longest time, SmackDown felt like the hottest show or the hotter show, and really kind of Raw was a little bit lacking to me. But now it's kind of flipped this script. I don't know if, well, I mean, our friends across the pond, I guess they're getting everything on Netflix, but maybe for the American crowds, they're trying to focus on Netflix. I'm not exactly sure how that really works, but or maybe it is just our taste gets different. But Cody Rhodes has been missing, man, and that's a big part of it too. As much as people are talk about Cody crybabies and there are a lot of Cody haters out there, you can't deny that, like, he brings a certain kind of energy to the show when he's on the show. Like,
oh, for sure.
Thank you. Just him being there and coming out and doing his entrance and everybody doing it with him and everything else like that just brings like a whole different energy to whatever show he's on. So him being kind of absent from it, you feel it. Like, you feel it. And you think, like, Roman Reigns was on SmackDown. He's not on SmackDown anymore. LA Knight was on SmackDown. Not anymore. Cody's been absent. Like, all this star power that's kind of not on the show right now. It's just, you can kind of feel it's taken away from it.
And you got to shout out Drew McIntyre doing his thing too, and then Randy Orton showing up doing it. You know, Drew McIntyre did put Cody through the bottom of the table with the Claymore. You know, Claymore, and so that's what it is. But yeah, you got to show respect to Cody for sure with that. And then WWE is very smart, because I will say with the what you want to talk about, the whole Wheatley thing, the podcast that Cody does, it makes me like him hell of a lot more too. Like, I really enjoy watching that, because I just think he gets to like kind of go a little bit wild and talk about what he wants to talk about, and show him
just rant,
get drunk and rant and do what he really can't do on TV when he's trying to kind of keep it kind of sort of PG, and he can kind of get into some of these stories and show his true personality, and I think that's what's great about it. And I've really enjoyed that part of all that, which is very cool. So yeah, that's SmackDown, baby.
Man, Raw's
moving on to
really focusing
Monday
on
Night Raw.
It was me, Austin. It was me the whole time. Yo, that's Karrion Kross in the same role that Vince McMahon did when Vince McMahon was the higher power. I didn't think about that until just now.
The robes. Yeah.
I love how last year the biggest storyline on Raw was over a bracelet. Shout out Victoria. But this year one of the biggest stories on Raw is over shoes.
The shoe la fala.
They can make compelling storylines based off from random obscure.
They're smart, and it's kind of came out of nowhere, and now they concocted the whole tribal thief thing, and it's a t-shirt, and it's a shoe thing now. It's a sneaker thing. Shout out to the Drinking Wrestling League.
Yeah, there you
go.
Yep.
Yes, because they're my boys, you know, because they break it down, and shout out to them because they stay tuned and they watch the show, and they're constantly posting about who's wearing what shoes. So I know they respect this right here, and we still haven't seen the Undefeated Four show up yet, but we Combat Jones got them though. But yeah, Roman be showing
Scott shoes on Raw.
Yeah, no, I mean Dom be wearing them. You know, shout out to Dom. He knows what's up. But we won't be seeing. We might see the shoes, but we won't be seeing Travis Scott anytime soon. That's for sure. Yeah, shout out to them though. They know what's up with the shoes. But yeah, the whole shoe la fala thing is interesting. That stood out with Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed. I thought Bronson Reed kicked it up a notch. I thought he was great on the microphone. And Roman Reigns absolutely blasted him, too, with, hey, aren't you Samoan? Well, if you are, then that ass belongs to me, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're supposed to do it at the same time. Yeah, Paul Heyman doing his thing, making more stars, taking people to the mountaintop, showing their true potential, and really bringing it home with some of these people. Braun, baby. But Bronson Reed, Roman Reigns, hell of a promo. Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed is a great match going forward, and Roman Reigns really helping out Bronson Reed with that, and Bronson Reed's really looking like he can show up and he can hold his own now with Roman, from which when Bronson showed up in the WWE from NXT or whatever it was, not too long ago, actually, I wasn't too crazy about him. Like he's got a long ways to go. He needs some work as far as like these promos and everything that he's doing. But now where he's at now, he's got Paul behind him. I thought it was excellent. I think what they're doing is great, and I was entertained. and I'm looking forward to the match to see where it goes with them. The only thing I have to say about Roman Reigns is, like, yeah, I get it. You held the title for that long. You're one of the greatest of all time. People are going to say now, and as far as champions and all that, but you're still like teetering on this weird edge of babyface and whatever else it is you want to call it, tweener, or you just obsessed with yourself with this king's disease, and you still haven't let it go because you're still asking everybody and telling everybody to acknowledge you.
Well, my
acknowledge
thing is, like,
what? You're not the champion anymore. What are we acknowledging? But
it doesn't make sense to me. Like when he's like, "Oh, they took my bloodline from me," but like,
right?
Nobody took the bloodline. So if you look back at War Games, the bloodline won War Games, and then
that exactly, and that's
at the debut on Netflix.
Yes,
he won the Ulafala back. So like he never lost any of that. Like all he lost was the Wise Man. That's it.
And now he's all alone, and now he has nothing. The continuation of the story makes no sense. Because with War Games, with winning and them taking it out, and then with the Ulafala and all that, like, and now he's left all alone. But like goes back to Killer Cross, like carrying Cross, put that hourglass upside down, and the time was running out for the bloodline, and he wasn't wrong with him and Scarlett, so he saw it. We want Cross, baby. Got to throw it in there again.
Cross must better team up with Jester Domus, man, because he can predict the future. That's amazing.
He can predict the future. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that kind of ties into our predictions for Clash in Paris this weekend.
So the other big thing that is kind of standing out for me for Raw is the whole Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella thing, which I thought it was a great promo. Nikki Bella getting after Becky Lynch, saying you're a C word, without saying it, and calling her a coward. And now it's all causing another C word, which is controversy, because Becky Lynch was out there getting some heat, and she got some good heat to begin with. She kind of got out there and showed some love, and then she just kind of flipped it on everybody. And she had to show the whole she had to show and talk about the whole Ozzy Osbourne thing and bring that up, which is like, I don't have no problems with any of that. Like, she's just getting heat. I don't think she meant any disrespect by it, but that's how people are flipping it. You got the Osbourne family going off all of it, saying that they need apologies and all this and that and everything. But this is the best Becky Lynch we've had as far as the heel and the promos and the way she's carrying herself with the new music and the new image and everything of how she's doing it. I liked it. I appreciated it. I'm not offended at all, even though I respect the Ozzy Osbourne, and I thought she should have went out there and bit the head off a bat and spit it out.
Yeah, and I appreciate her trying to change up her character, like becoming the heel and not keeping the same music so everybody just sings along with it, and whatever that takes away from the heelish nature of it. I didn't take it when I heard it. I didn't really take it as like offensive. It's just her trying to get heat from England. Yeah, I could see because it's a fresh wound because of Ozzy just passing and stuff. Maybe the family getting offended. So I could see both sides of it. Like, but me personally, like you said, I wasn't offended because I wasn't personally attached to it. Now, if it was my father that just passed away and someone was trying to make like a cheap little joke or something, maybe I'd have feelings towards it. But
we'll see what comes from it.
Yeah, I don't think much is going to come from it otherwise. No. And I love how when Kelly Osbourne brought it up online, she tagged the Becky Lynch fan page and not actually Becky Lynch when she talked about it. So I'm sure that Becky Lynch fan page is probably getting a lot of heat right now.
Yeah. But I like what Nikki Bella did. I think she's out there doing her thing too. Like she good on the mic too, and it made me look forward to the match. And I thought she got after Becky good, especially with the comeback. She had to get her back, with weeks ago with Becky bringing up the whole thing about John Cena and all that. So I thought she did a good job at getting her receipts and promo wise. And speaking on that, the Rhea Ripley defeated Roxanne Perez and the whole Judgment Day stuff. It just keep going on. Not to mention we had got the AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, the whole thing that kind of could have been built on, could have been a whole story going back to the Bullet Club and the and all that, which we got a little bit of, during the match, but that kind of fell short for what it was. But it's cool that they did it nonetheless. Then we got Braun Breaker and LA Knight going at each other, and Braun, and it just ties into the CM Punk thing with Jey Uso, and we had Roman Reigns talking backstage to Jey Uso, letting him know, hey, Jey, don't trust CM Punk. You can't trust him. He's there for the money. He's doing his own thing. And, LA Knight, don't trust anybody. You're out there for yourself. Represent for the family. Do it for yourself. And I agree with Roman. I we don't need this happy-go-lucky Jey. Like, yeah, you can go out there and yeet and do your thing. But at the end of the day, you're going out there for yourself. And you're going to have to put everybody else down. And that's what he did. Super kicked LA Knight and super kicked CM Punk. And that left the vision of Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman very happy. And that makes things interesting going into Clash in Paris.
What a good recap from Combat Jones.